November 9th, 2025 to order, and if you will rise and join us in the invocation and pledge, please.
Father, as we come for you today, our last meeting before the season of Thanksgiving, we too give you thanks. We thank you for all the people in this room. We thank you for the camaraderie in this room. We thank you for who we are as a society here locally. We do genuinely care about regard for one another. And let us also follow your lead, that we respect one another and love one another completely. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First thing on the agenda is public comment. Mr. Queen?
Thank you, Commissioners. Again, back with the Harrison County Historic Preservation Alliance, just to check in with you on the status of the request to place a levy on the ballot to provide a regular annual funding for 13 different organizations relating to historic preservation here in the county. So I don't know where that stands. I know you've had some conversations and deliberations, but didn't know if there was a time or a place where you wanted to meet with the Alliance privately, or I mean, openly, of course, but separately from county commission meeting, or if there's something we could do to help as you kind of consider what the next step is, what the next best step is or will be for the for putting that levy on the ballot. Wanted to we have some of the members who are here today. I don't know if there are any questions that you all may have. I know you're looking at the bonding capacity for the county at a number of different angles. So if there's anything that information we can provide, we're certainly willing to do that as well.
I'm just going to say it's still a work in progress, I believe, is the best terms to use.
Well, it's a lot better to know. So thank you. Any questions that you all would have that maybe we could answer?
I have none.
Any idea on the status? Or would there be a time when we could meet independently with the commission just about the request? Would you all have an interest in that?
Well, we can discuss that or, see what we want to do.
We'd like to do that if you have time.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Jason Martin, you here for the?
I am.
Okay. Mike, you're here for the funding request, right? You too.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. No, doesn't matter. Whoever you want to interrupt there.
Michael Spatafor, I'm with the Historic Preservation Alliance, and also president of the Clarksburg History Museum, among other things. I'm here, I guess, for the same reason Mike Queen's here, some of our other members. Just want to reiterate that historic preservation is very important, not only to Harrison County, but to West Virginia and our nation in general. I think we have a lot of good things happening. I know we have the Rails to Trails. We're all excited about that. And one of the things we're looking forward to when people, are on the Rails to Trails, hopefully Pittsburgh to Parkersburg, when they get to Clarksburg, what are they going to do? So hopefully visit our museums, visit our historic sites, Salem Depot, Lost Creek Depot, our famous forts, old houses, Levi Shin House, Fort New Salem. I think that's on the agenda too. Historic buildings, like the Kelly Miller building. So I think everything's coming together. It looks like good things happening. Just want to make sure that, like Mike, I wasn't sure where the process was in the speaking of the historic preservation levy. So we'd like to meet, or if you had any questions, we want to make sure that, because this group put a lot of time and energy into preparing this alliance. And I think we were all surprised of how many historic preservation groups there are here in Harrison County. So we think it can really be a big asset. So looking forward to meeting with you, talking about that, if you have any questions. Wanted to give you a little update on the museum. We were featured in one international magazine, the Professional Pasta Magazine, because we had the Clarksburg Macaroni Factory here in the early 1900s. So the museum was featured in that. And also we had some paranormal tours recently that we hosted at the James and Law building. And we sold out 4 tours of that. And we made the Para House magazine, which is for paranormal activities, I guess. So the museum made that magazine also. And our newest exhibit is highlighting 24 of our most famous residents. And they will be highlighted in a new exhibit at the museum, and it covers all of Harrison County, as does the Historic Preservation Alliance. And so I wanted to give you guys, am I allowed to give you an invitation? This is an invitation for our new exhibit. It's our Wall of Fame.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So it's just one of our newest exhibits that, highlights not only Clarksburg, but all of Harrison County. And we're sending out invitations to those, the families of the 24 people, even though some of them are not alive. But we're not sending invitations to the ones that aren't alive, but we're trying to get a representative of each of our 24 people that we have on the Wall of Fame to come and represent those people on November 29th. So you guys are all invited. Come and see us. And if you have any questions, and hopefully the levy issue will be, talked about your next meeting, or if you want to meet with us, as a group, that would be great. Does anybody have any questions?
Doesn't sound like it.
All right. Sounds like
Thanks,
we're
Mike.
moving in the right direction for historic preservation.
Thank you.
Good.
Okay, at 10:05, hearing to administratively closing delinquent and unprogressed estates. And all notices went out. Is there any, I guess I will open the hearing for the unprogressed estates. Is there anyone here?
Winfield Kane.
Okay, hang on a second, one at a time. Are you,
No,
okay,
you can take care of her first. Commissioner Thomas.
okay, thank you, sir. Okay. Do we have a list? Don't even have a list, do we?
No. Or what they were.
It's in here. The order's down on the
On page 2 there.
the order is, that's a different hearing. Okay. Debbie, which I didn't realize it was you that does.
Yeah,
Which estate are you here for?
Winfield Kane Jr.
Okay,
We're basically, I called Evan down the bill because I didn't know nothing about this. So we really don't know what's going on. We're
Okay,
gonna be
what-
here to find out.
what this is correct me if I'm wrong, clerk. These are estates that have not been settled within at least the last 3 years. Is that correct?
Or at least there's typically it's just the final thing that needs settled, so we have some final stays.
And since nothing's been done,
It'll just get.
this allows the commission to administratively close the estate.
Okay,
Okay,
all right. That's what we wanted to find out.
so you're fine if we do that.
All right, yes.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
thank you. Good to see you.
Stated Don Williams. And we asked it.
Identify yourself, please, Mr. Moore.
Oh, I apologize. Richard Marsh on behalf of the estate of Donna Williams. I'm counsel for the executor or the administrator of the estate, excuse me. We'd asked that this estate remain open. We've had some issues getting it closed because we need to move to sell the house. The sole heir is a incapacitated person, and that's created some issues. So we just want to move forward, and I've got the paperwork ready to move forward to close this estate. Mr. Bolyard, who is the administrator, asked me to step in and take this over, so that's what
Why
I'm
you're
doing.
here. Okay. Okay. I wonder why you're here. Do you know how much, I mean, so you're ready to,
Yeah, we're ready to move forward and get it closed.
okay.
I think we can probably have it closed next 3 or 4 months, if not earlier.
Let's remember this one, and if it's not, well,
We'll follow up.
get her done.
All right. Thank you, Commissioners.
You're welcome. Thank you. Step up, identify yourself.
I'm Jennifer Douglas with the Anna Pennington Estate. I have finished everything with this estate over the last 3 years, and all the beneficiaries have been paid. All the stocks, everything's been consolidated, put in bank accounts and split between all the beneficiaries as per the will. My only problem with not getting the paperwork finished is I paid an account at the end of last year to finish this, and I never got any progress with him until Halloween of this year. He got a hold of me. I'm requesting it be closed since everything is done except for the final paperwork.
Okay, so you don't have a problem if we close that one?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else here regarding closing these estates that have been published? Okay. Anybody on Zoom here for this? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to probably close all but the one. Or I'll make that motion.
Yeah, I think you got all paperwork, and it's easier to read what we're making the motion about.
Well, I'm gonna make the motion to administratively close the ones that were noticed. When was this noticed? Oh, a show cause order was entered for these estates July 8th, 2025. Now, this is the next process. Or if you want to read those estates off, if that's necessary.
So, Madam President, I think close the hearing, and then we actually have number 8 on the agenda,
For the
a
order.
specific
Right.
agenda item for order.
So we can make a,
Motion to close the hearing.
okay, motion to close the hearing.
And keep the one open, right?
Well, but the order
Right,
is in the,
I understand.
on the agenda, so that's how we can do it. Okay, so all in favor of closing the hearing, signify by saying aye.
Right.
Aye. Any opposed? And I skipped one thing. Is there anyone on Zoom that wishes to speak publicly? Anyone on Zoom wish to speak publicly? Okay,
I'm on Zoom, but it's not for that particular reason. I'm here to open an estate, not close one.
well, if you want to open a estate, you need to make an appointment with the county clerk's office.
Well, what she said is as I provided a copy of the will. I couldn't find the original one. She said she would.
Is this, okay, okay. So you're for the 1010.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so just hang in there for 20 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anyone on Zoom that wishes to speak publicly? Okay, hearing none, we will move to the 1010 hearing to accept a copy of a will on the Charlene Davis estate. Okay, ma'am, you may identify yourself. We will open that hearing and you may identify yourself at this time.
My name is Louise Johnson. I'm the daughter of Charlene Davis, and I'd like to be the executor of the estate because my brother declined.
And you're wanting a copy. Probate.
No, I want to be able to use a copy of the will to open the estate so I can go ahead and start handling her affairs.
That was the question I was getting at, yes. You've looked high and low for the original?
Her paperwork is such a mess. I'm having a hard time getting through all of it. I was able to locate the copy because she gave me a copy and I could put it where I would be able to locate it.
I think the issue is who's in the original executive on the meeting executive.
She was. Well, they were nominated as co.
Yeah.
Right,
The one participate.
right. Does he have the original will? Does your brother by chance have the original will?
No, ma'am, we can't find, I mean, we've looked through the paperwork. We still have a whole nother, six
he does-
boxes to go through.
He
He
doesn't.
has a copy.
And he doesn't want to serve.
No,
Okay, is he willing to sign a waiver to that effect?
we've already, taken care of that. He signed the waiver to that effect.
Okay. So she was the other one. Appointed
Yes, I am.
as co. And she can't find the original will.
We just need a motion to accept a copy of the will for Charlene Davis estate
For the will, yeah, and then
The
to
will.
be probated.
and for it to be probated.
Is that your motion?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the motion is to accept the copy of the will of Charlene Davis and
Okay,
be able to move forward with the probate process. Is there any questions?
so I will need to come into the courthouse and pay the fee to go ahead and open it up. Is that the next step?
Yes.
Okay, and how long do I have to do that?
Now it's actually 30 days or 60 days after the person's death, but that doesn't always happen. But
Okay.
You can call and make an appointment, correct? We're still okay. With the clerk's office, the probate office.
That's what I'll do.
Yeah, do that and then they'll answer all your questions. Or attempt
Okay,
to. Okay,
thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, any questions? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. 10:15, special funding request from Fort New Salem requesting $5,000 towards funding Spirit of Christmas in the Mountains. Sure.
Good morning, all. My name's Larry Ryan. Serve as the director with Fort New Salem Foundation and here to ask for the funding. It's for our Spirit of Christmas in the Mountains. And this is our 52nd year of the celebration. Just to give you a little background on West Virginia Day, 1976, Fort New Salem was dedicated. West Virginia Day of this year, we celebrated our 52nd year in existence. On Christmas Eve, December 2005, the TKO Salem College completed the transfer of Fort New Salem to the Fort New Salem Foundation, and we have been in holding of that since. So Spirit of Christmas is one of our bigger events that we have. And this year it is it's November 29th and 30th and December 6th and 7th. It starts at noon and goes to dark when the Christmas tree is lit. So we're looking at a 6 to 7 hour. It's outside. Last year, 2024, if you were there, those two event airs, it was cold, really cold. But we still had 991 people that over the 4 days that went through the gate and participated in Spirit of Christmas. And we had 98 volunteers for those 4 days that helped do the different crafts and be the guides and the interpreters in that. So it's something that we really have. We appreciate the Harrison County Commission and all the support you've done in the past. And we are here today asking for help with our 52nd Spirit of Christmas. Hopefully you have a handout that goes into a little bit more detail in there. But I figure I've bent your ears over the years long enough that, it's a place that has a fond spot in my heart. I've been there. I've been on the board of directors for over 15 years now. So, but it's an event. We are told different places people look forward to it. And what we're asking, we have, our parking lot is not large enough to handle the influx of cars that we need. We have an agreement with Salem College that we can use their upper parking lot. So we need a shuttle service to go from our parking lot to their parking lot and back. And we have 2 buses, they're 14 passengers, and they run every 10 to 15 minutes with people. So this is a large gathering. We're asking for 5,000 that will pay the total cost of the buses. And Fort New Salem, we're a 501c3 foundation. There is not a paid position in the facility. It's the organization is 100% volunteer. So your participation in that, we would appreciate it very greatly, and to be able to get the people in and out and start celebrating Christmas. If there's any questions.
Larry, do you all ever do anything with the school board where you open up on a Thursday or Friday during this time period to try to bring kids in?
Well, yes, and then the reason I hesitated, we were doing school tours for the last couple of years, but the young lady that was doing the school tours unfortunately passed away, and we're still trying to find a chairman for that individual to do that. But yes, we throughout the year, we started this like 3 years ago. Throughout the year, we do school tours, and we're a little different than most places that do the school tours. We actually open up all the cabins. There is artisans there. The kids can do a lot of hands-on and so forth. So yes, I'm going to probably get shot for this, but this gentleman's daughter was there and a couple of years ago and enjoyed the day at the fort.
It's
on a
not,
school tour.
it's, if nobody, you need to go. It's a neat little place.
Speaking for myself, but you were asking for the transportation. And it's whether or not the commission would just cover that cost and deal with mass transit.
I'm
We
sorry.
would just deal with mass transit, submit the bills from them, and then we would just pay them.
It's my understanding, talking to Centra, we have to sign a contract with them, backwards and forwards, and they have to advertise it to, if somebody else wants to, a for-profit group. So basically, they've indicated over the years, they would rather build the fort and let the fort pay them.
I guess my question is, and I know Trey's on, Trey, if we were to hire him direct, would we have to do that?
Yes, can you hear me okay, Commissioner?
Yeah.
I still believe that the Centra posting and opportunity process is going to have to be followed because that's a condition of their federal funding.
Thank you.
Yep.
Well, I make a motion for $5,000 to cover the cost of Central.
Okay, the motion has been made to honor the request for the $5,000 to go towards the Centra bus for the Spirit of Christmas in the Mountains. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Thank you, Larry.
We thank you very much. We do appreciate it. Again, and towards the last page on the handout, everybody's invited to join us this year for Spirit of Christmas. This will be our 52nd celebration. We hope to do another 50 more. Thank you.
We appreciate what you guys do, Larry, and it's something that can't see much around the state anymore. It's our heritage, one of the few places you can still come see it.
Well, one thing, and I'll sit down, but one thing I forgot to mention, we have over the last year and a half acquired 2 new buildings, and you'll see in the handout, one of them is the 2-story as you first come in. It is the Reynolds cabin. It's a 2-story, and we've been working on it, and we hope at Christmas time this year that everything will go together, that we'll dedicate that building for use. And then we've added a second building. It's called the Bennett Cabin. It will be our woodwright shop. We'll actually have a woodwright. He will use everything that's non-power. And then that adds to the other buildings and other cabins that are there. So we dedicated the Bennett building about 4 months ago. So we're adding to the fort and adding to its amenities, then, and hopefully we'll be able to draw more people. So, and again, thank you for your support and thank you for your time.
Thank you for what you all do. Okay, 1020, special funding request from the West Virginia Black Heritage Festival, requesting $21,000 towards lowering operational costs and making maintenance repairs. Mr. Griffin.
Thank you very much. As you all know, the West Virginia Black Heritage Festival is the owner of the Kelly Miller Community Center that was donated to us in 2018. We're just trying to maintain it. It is also been listed on the state historical Kelly Miller building has been. We're just trying to maintain it. Being an old building, oftentimes it's not repair, it's replace. And that's what we're into. I submitted some justifications for the request along with my request. The heating in the building, we were having some issues. It's the old boiler heaters. The first issue that we have is trying to find someone who still works on boilers. And working with the Board of Education, we were able to locate someone who does that. We had to do something to improve the heating. Working with the Board of Education, they were able to give us a couple of new boilers to install to help us with the heating in the building. We have tenants in the building. As you might know, the daily juvenile report, the state leases off us, so we try to keep them happy. It's wintertime, and we're trying to upgrade them. Also, submitted paperwork with the water issues that we were having in the building. Our water bill went a month from $300 a month to $1,000 a month. We went through, and most of it was the old plumbing in the building. We shut down as much as we possibly could, but we just got to go through it and replace those things. So, also security. We're having a lot of activity in the building. It's a big building. We've started to put security in it. So anyone that's in the building, we know who's in the building and they're secure. And those are the 3 items that we're dealing with the building: the heating, the plumbing, and the security in the building. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them.
Does anybody have any questions?
Have you gotten the water issue squared around?
Yes, we had to. We couldn't afford to continue to $1,000 a month, so we went and we had to replace a lot of plumbing in the building, commodes, old commodes. We had done as much as we possibly could. We went in and tried to repair them. And then the next month we had another one, so we just went through and replaced a lot of the commodes and the old sinks that were looking.
So some of your request is to recoup your outlay. Some that your request is to recoup some of the money you've already outlaid.
Yes. Yes. We didn't have any choice. We had to do it. We couldn't afford to pay $1,000 water bill every month.
What's the pleasure? Do we have?
What's your biggest expense that you see you have coming up for this building? What's your biggest expense that you think you have coming up for this?
We applied and, we have a grant that we are going to put in a new cafeteria and there probably our big expenses is to continue to improve the energy efficiency in the building, the heating. Eventually, we're going to have to do something with the elevator in the building. We have an ongoing contract with but they're telling us that parts are just not available for those, as you know, with the courthouse. So,
Even if we want to talk about that.
Yeah, that's not a good subject.
Their parts are just not available for those types of things.
Jimmy, we'll go ahead and make a motion to go ahead and allocate the $21,000. But I also have to use this as an opportunity to remind everybody, the Board of Education is also dumping 3 more schools. Every time they do that, that falls on the county and the municipalities all across the state of West Virginia. That they'll have the data buildings from schools, public schools, all over the state of West Virginia. It's a shame what they do to the public. And the public gives them 70% of the taxes right off the top. So, you inherited a great gesture, but they knew what they were giving.
Well, we have done, we had to put a roof on the building. We went to Milan Foundation and they awarded us $130,000 to put a new roof on the building. It's an old building. It's in pretty good shape for a building that was built in 1909. The Board of Education did maintain it, but it's an old building.
I'll make the motion again and allocate $21,000.
Okay, the motion's been made to allocate the $21,000 request from the West Virginia Black Heritage Festival. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried.
Thank you very much. And we invite you down anytime to come and see what we're trying to do. We've got several programs. We got a food pantry that we started and we're servicing about 150, 200 families a month, about 700 people. And it has grown. And of course, in the last 2 weeks, we've just been bombarded with people but welcome to come down anytime and see what we're trying to do.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Patsy, where do we want to move that money from?
We talked about that, Lauren.
It would come out of 026 Community Improvement Fund.
Make that part of the motion.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And just a reminder, the reason I mentioned what I mentioned, David, with that guy closing, North Street closing, and of course, Stonewood closed the year before. These buildings are just going to be like Taylor County, Rogers County, going around. There's an empty building. And they graciously handed over to somebody. No roof, old heating, old plumbing, old windows, old floors, old drywall, old plaster, old brick, old, and it falls on them. So the taxpayers pay double because they paid for it for the life of it, and then we pay for it to the next life of it.
I agree with you.
Oh, I know, there's no argument, it's all a mistake. Oh, anyway, motion, did we vote now?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Thank you. You just add where we're taking.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. 1025, special funding request from Shinston Turkey Trot, requesting $1,500 towards funding the Shinston Turkey Trot event. You're up.
Hi, I'm Jason Martin here with you today. Thank you for listening to this request for $1,500 for Shinston Turkey Trot. This is the 17th year for the Turkey Trot. As you know, it is on the Shinston Rail Trail, West Fork River Rail Trail at the Sue Ann Miller Rail Trail head. You guys supported it last year. We thank you very, very much. We really do appreciate it. Just a quick recap, if you will, of last year's what we did. So we had over 800 people registered to do the event. We had 750 showed up in Shinston, West Virginia on a cold, wet, rainy.
It was miserable.
It was pretty miserable. It was a long day. But some things we did with the proceeds from that event. We built a fire pit, the green space in town. We did a rail trail cleanup at the rail trail head. I think Susan, you was there for that. You saw some of that activity going on. We work alongside with HRT, the HRT board, and the SDA of Shinnston with that project. Really beautified the rail trail head, which is the Sue Ann Miller rail trail head. Also made a donation to a Lourdes Pantry last year to help our area. Also, we did a food pantry box along Route 19 right there in Shinnston as well. That thing really caters to a lot of people in and around the area that's least fortunate in our region. Also built a ramp off the rail trail. It goes to the city park. That is increased people going to the city park off the West Fork Rail Trail. And this is all fostering a better living environment community in West Virginia and in Shinnston for me. I think Shinnston is a great. I don't want to power off the device. So we're trying to build a community where people are active out there on the rail trail. I heard you talking about some things happening in and around the region with the rail trail. We're trying to move that forward as well. So moving to this year, we have about 600 people signed up right now, 575 people signed up. We're expecting very close to 800 to sign up for this event. The proceeds this year are going to some pretty awesome things. So we're doing 2 scholarships. These could be used for college and or trade school. It's going to go to a senior that's enrolled in a cross-country team or a track and field team. So they have to be kind of involved in running or something like that. Again, it's $1,000 for male, $1,000 for female. So that's a little bit of what the proceeds are going to. Also, some more beautification projects in and around on the West Fork Rail Trail right there. I would love to get that bank cleared off down to the river eventually. Again, it's an amazing event. A lot of people come up. Like I said, it's been going on for 17 years. This is the second year me and Tammy's been hosting it. We're from Shinnston. That's my wonderful wife right there. She's smiling and waving. And again, we really appreciate you guys' support last year and look for your support again this year. And you might be asking like, hey, what does the money actually like? What are you doing with the money up front? Well, you have a lot of expenses for these events. You have timing, which is a big one. All the food and drinks and things like that. So that kind of all goes in to make that event happen. Just doesn't kind of just pop out there. And again, if there's a walking course, which is modified this year because the West Fork Rail Trail is closed down by the Shinnston Bridge, as some of you may know, that kind of fell in this year. Lord willing, it'll be up and in action by next winter. So we're doing a walking course kind of in town, which actually puts more people in town. Something else we're trying to do as a group from the Turkey Trot is to get more people walking in Shinnston. So we have some projects we're working with like Vance at the SDA. We're making walking loops in Shinnston. Our first big project is called Churches of Shinnston. I know I'm kind of getting off topic a little bit here, but I'm just excited about it. I'm excited about it. We're trying to do like a walking loop with a QR code. You go to a local church, you scan it, and it's an audible recording, tells you a little bit about the history of that church. The big goal is for you to come, park in Shinnston, take this walking loop, download it to your phone, walk over, just say the Charles Street Church, scan QR code. You have someone's wonderful voice telling you a little bit how that church got started, how it began, where it's at, how the history of that church started, and then it prompts you to the next church. So all this kind of feeds into walking downtown Shinnston, getting people active, and the Turkey Trot helps foster that. You got people running through Shinnston on Thanksgiving. That makes the community think, whoa, there's a cool event happening in our hometown. There's 800 people running down Route 19. So hopefully that will keep that momentum going and get people on the rail trail walking, being active. I know, Patsy, you're on the rail trail quite often, on a bike, on walking. So we have a great thing. And I always say it's like this. It's like we have a wonderful thing, but not everybody sees it. You know what I mean? Like people that lives there don't see what a wonderful thing we have right there in Shinnston with the rail trail. So anyway, so we want to bring focus to the rail trail and just try and get some excitement going about it. So
That's great.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
A costume that somebody dresses up as a turkey?
Yes. There's someone dresses. There are going to be several turkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of turkeys in Shenandoah. I'm one of them.
You're one of them?
I'm one of them.
And Patsy, you're one of them?
Yeah, I'm turkey.
You wear a turkey suit?
No,
I mean, if you wear a turkey suit, I'll personally give you another $1,000.
I'll wear it. I'll wear it.
Patsy, so there it is. I'll support them personally out of my pocket to see you in the turkey suit to $2,000.
So Patsy's got to wear the suit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want every day, guys.
I feel like there's a challenge been made here. There's a challenge been made.
So.
Any questions?
Proof and
All right. Thank you so much for taking time to listen to me this morning. So appreciate it.
Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you, Barry.
Okay, the motion's been made for the $1,500 towards the Shinston Turkey Trot event, and Patsy's gonna wear it now.
I'm willing to make that part of it.
All in favor signify, or is there any discussion other than the Patsy wearing the turkey? Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Okay, that was fun. Thank you, Jason. Okay, number 2, consent agenda. What's the pleasure? Motion to approve and adopt into the record. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Number 3, payroll change notices A and B. What's the pleasure?
Same question, approve and adopt.
Motion to approve and adopt into the record to pay number 3 payroll change notices A and B. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None, motion carried. Number 4, minutes and or amended minutes of previous meeting. It looks like we have one from November 5th, 2025. What's the pleasure?
Motion to adopt the record, November 5th, 2025, minutes in the record, please.
Okay, motion to approve and adopt into record the November 5th, 2025 meeting minutes. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Number 5, requisitions, purchase orders, invoices. It's a pleasure.
Once this conversation, a motion to approve A and B, please.
No real huge issues, same one, but they're getting smaller, I think. So the motion's been made to approve requisitions, purchase orders, and invoices. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Number 6, it looks like exonerations is all we have under that item, correct?
Correct, Madam President.
What's the pleasure?
Motion to approve A, exoneration.
Motion to approve A, exonerations. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Number 7, consideration of approval of a project fund requisition for the payment of costs associated with the project to be financed from proceeds of the Series 2019 bonds issued for the Charles Point Economic Opportunity Development District Series 2021 A and B, Development District Number 3, White Oaks Project Number 2, and Series 2008A, Charles Point Project Number 2, Northland Bay Improvements. Looks like we just have one under A.
Motion to approve A for $236.
Motion to approve 7A for $236. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? None, motion carried. Number 8, review, discuss, consider order administratively closing delinquent or unprogressed estates.
Madam President, is this where I make the motion to close all in front of today except for one?
Yes, except for the
And what was the name of the
estate of Donna Sue Williams.
And including remaining open for Donna Sue Williams for 90 days.
Motion's been made to approve
All closings.
the current list of the administratively closed estates, except for the one, Donna Sue Williams. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, and Sue for affix the appropriate signature to the order. Okay. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Number 9, review, discuss, consider budget revisions for vital services.
All right, Madam President, this is just some budget revisions for the 25-26 fiscal year for vital services, OEM, and Parks and Recreation.
Here we are with dues again.
Mm-hmm. I think we've got to describe what dues are in this county. What's getting put in dues. And why the phone took a big leap. Why the phones take a big leap.
I believe that because they started paying the cell phone bill out of 7-Eleven instead of 712. 712 is the 911 budget, and 7-Eleven is emergency services.
That's something else I'd like to look to.
So
That's where we're paying stuff from.
Yeah, but we were paying the phone bill out of 911, which you already had an $18,000 budget in OEM.
Yes, we already had 18,000 for the phone and for OEM cell phone bills, and we increased it 25,000.
So for the OEM, how many people use the phone system under OEM?
So under emergency services, it's taking care of the cell phones that are provided to the director, deputy director of 911, as well as OEM. And then the phones come out from the portion from OEM comes out of that as well.
How about you two? I'd like to see a breakdown on that. That seems high for a couple people. So if you can supply me with a breakdown or and Susan and Patsy, I would appreciate it. Same way with
How many phone? Sorry, David. I guess I should know. I looked at this because we pay it out of rents. We pay it in different places. We pay it. We need to be consistent with phones and because I noticed that this time.
Let me pause on that thing. Peggy, Paul, Andy, Chris, Travis. I know 5 off the top of my head for the cell phones. I know at one point in time they had tablets, but I'll get an exact breakdown of everything that's coming out of the telephone.
that's a big miss on budgeting in the same way.
And I've always thought we need to look at these phones everywhere.
Yes.
I've said that for a while now.
And a breakdown on what's being paid in dues.
Because we're still using the same provider, not that we need to change providers, but been there for years. I know. I keep saying it, but here we are saying it again.
And Madam President, as for the different line items, I noticed your notes and we addressed them. I double checked with some of the departments, like for example, the sheriff's office. They've always paid it there because they rent the phone.
Those words, it's just like, we've always done it that way. That doesn't mean that we can't change what we do.
Absolutely. So I talked to Heather, we're going to look at it.
Okay.
Exactly what's the best one. And start.
Because no wonder people get confused. Well, today we pay it out of this and we pay, and then somebody else pays it out of there.
Right. So their telephone, some people pay it out of telephone, some people pay it out of
Rents.
equipment rents and everything. So we have been.
And I see both sides, but let's stick to one or the other.
Absolutely.
So
I think it should be our side. So those, if we don't make it the same across all
oh,
platforms.
no, I'm right. No, I'm saying why they pay it out of rents and why
Yeah.
they pay it out of telephone.
But we should be
But
telling them.
we need to be paid it out of one or the other.
Yeah,
So
so
we're
that we know.
consistent.
We
And
have
don't get
consistency.
Right. Just like dues and subscriptions, we need to figure out what we're paying out of there so we can take a look at
Yeah, it
that.
seems to me it's a catch-all.
Okay. What's the pleasure on the budget revisions?
Move to approve budget revisions as presented by staff.
Motion to approve budget revisions as approved by staff. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Okay. Number 10, review, discuss, consider duties of courthouse security and memorandum of understanding with the sheriff for courthouse security personnel, potential executive session to consider matters arising from the appointment, employment, retirement, promotion, transfer, demotion, disciplining, resignation, discharge, dismissal, or compensation of a public officer or employee or prospective public officer or employee. Pleasure.
Yes, sir. So this is, I emailed you and you have a copy in your packet of the, order that Trade has prepared to take the fiscal responsibility. Well, always had fiscal responsibility, but take the control back of the security for the courthouse.
When you say control, we simply mean scheduling and staffing.
Scheduling and staffing.
Everything.
Everything.
Okay. Motion is to the order be adopted from the county attorney that put the security back in the hands of the administrator. That's her responsibility. And to coordinate with the sheriff.
Motion to approve the order placing security in the hands of the county administrator and coordinate with the sheriff.
Security.
I believe the orders for it to go back in our county commission, not specifically.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Okay, under the county commission. Is there any discussion?
That we are revoking all prior orders related to courthouse security.
Correct.
Orders are dated May 24th, 2017, and hereby further directed the administrative staff of Harrison County Commission to directly resume operation, scheduling and primary supervisory control of courthouse personnel, and to take all the necessary steps, communicate and provide this order to the appropriate officials and staff effective immediately. I just want to make sure that that's part of everybody understands that that's basically the meat of what we're voting on.
Then here, let's go ahead and just give a copy of it to the county clerk so you can make it part of the minutes.
Yes.
Okay. That way all public can see that it's all open.
That's all I have, Susan.
I have mixed emotions over this. I don't think that we need to completely cut out the sheriff's office. I know we have tried to meet with the sheriff to no avail, to not much of an avail. But I, for one, think they need to still be included in the security of both buildings.
I don't think they'll ever.
I
don't think they'll ever not be able to control security.
But this, they have nothing to do with this. And I don't know that the county commission needs control over security of the buildings. That's just my 2 cents. I'm just saying it for myself. So. I think you need assistance with this with law enforcement, but not a lot, but you need some.
We put in motion coordinate.
But that's not what the order says, but that's okay. I just want to say how I feel. Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Okay. Motion carried. Number 11, review, discuss, consider update from Chad Biller.
Madam President, Mr. Biller is out of town and cannot attend today's meeting. He did email me a little bit of an update. Mapping is almost complete on both sections of the rail trail, should be finished by the first of the year. Design and permitting can begin when mapping is complete. And I have requested that maybe we set up a meeting so he can talk to the commissioners prior to a commission meeting. I was hoping for today's meeting, but we'll get that arranged as his schedule and our schedules allow.
What's the mapping? What's he doing? I mean,
That's that mapping with the rail trail system with Ken Spellman and everything.
we haven't done that yet. I'm glad you brought, I didn't realize that. I thought we'd already had some of that stuff done.
I think he's just finalizing it, is my understanding.
And when did he say this could be done? Or should be
It'll
done?
be finished by the first of the year.
Anything else we on that? Is anybody- Okay. Guess there's nothing to be done on number 11. Number 12, review, discuss, consider rail trail update.
I think 11 covered that.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, if you two don't mind, I'd like 5 minutes with y'all in executive session on rail trail.
What number do you have?
number, I'm just,
Number
I
12.
read it, potential executive session pursuant to 6(9)(a), 4(b)(9) to consider matters involving or affecting the purchase, sale, or lease of property, advanced construction, planning, the investment of public funds, or other matters involving commercial competition, which if made public, might adversely affect the financial or other interests of the state or any political subdivision.
Okay, maybe you guys said that, right.
And who's going into executive session?
Commission and Warren.
Okay.
Would you like?
All in
to-
favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to come out of executive session. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Mr. Treecost had another meeting to attend.
And there is no
Action to be
action
taken.
on
12.
On 12.
Okay. Do we have anything on number 13? Review, discuss, consider update on sewer. Is there anything?
No,
Okay.
that will actually come off the agenda.
Okay, number 14, review, discuss, consider update on Ellis property.
You have anything there?
So the only thing I have is that Michelle sent out an email talking about the CEC, the permit application for the Army Corps of Engineer. Just want to make sure that you're okay with just those 10 acres. Just need feedback from that so we can get that application submitted to the Army Corps of Engineers.
Okay. Did you?
No, that's all I'm not sure what you said in here. I'm sorry, just that letter needs to be looked at.
I'm gonna make a motion to table it to the next meeting so that we can discuss it.
But I don't think anything else is going on with that property at this time, as far as, looking forward, looking ahead to what will be done with the property or anything.
Okay, so there's no action to be
Yeah.
taken on 14.
I mean,
How long have we had this letter? Had it for a good while, haven't we?
A couple weeks, the revised letter, yeah.
We need to get on it. Okay. Please. What we need to do, that's,
Yeah, I forwarded it to everybody when we got it.
I know. That's-
can, the next meeting is,
December 3rd.
we do a meetings at 10, can we do a
9:30.
9:45 work session to discuss it and then able to do something in the meeting with it?
That would be great. I would,
Yeah, I think that the commission has technically already approved
right,
for them to do it. So as far as signing it, I don't think that's an issue. I think it's just if it's. if you
it
have
sounds like somebody
with it.
has some issues.
Just make sure it's what you want with
Right.
the property.
Correct.
Okay,
Okay,
So-
yeah. I just wanted, I don't want to stall this kind of
no,
stuff.
I
Because
know.
it just
but,
prolongs everything down the road.
but just sending us all a letter, we gotta get together and discuss it. So.
Alright.
We don't want Damian writing that we're holding meetings.
So just to clarify, 9:45 work session, and
Yeah.
then do you also want CEC to be available? Should you have any questions for them?
Yes,
Yes.
thank you. Okay, number 15, review, discuss, consider travel requests for the following 911 employees to go to West Virginia 911 Council meeting in Beckley, West Virginia on December 5th, 2025. A, Paul Bump, B, Travis Miller, and C, Chris Cutright.
Move to approve it as read.
Motion to approve as read. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? None motion carried. Number 16, review, discuss, consider travel request for the following 911 employees to go to West Virginia Northern Community College, New Martinsville campus on December 3rd, 2025 for the APCO Cybersecurity Fundamentals class. Bianca Jamin, Gary Keith, Natasha McDaniel, and Michelle Payton. What's the pleasure?
Move to approve as read.
Motion to approve as read. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Laura?
I do have a few things. Agenda items are due next Tuesday for the December 3rd meeting, since we have the holidays and have to give enough notice to the public. Schindler has started working on the new elevator on Monday. I sent you an email with the clerk to keep an eye on that. We'll get regular reports that we'll share with the commissioners, also with the judges and everyone, so everyone is apprised of the status of the elevators. Schindler's actually also there today trying to troubleshoot the working elevator that
Sometimes works
yes,
sometimes.
that keeps
Going down.
shutting off, but not the one that they're actually replacing, because they're working on that, but also the other one, they're trying to troubleshoot it so we can get that.
So we're
organized.
using the freight elevator, it sounds like.
On and off.
Okay.
Between the freight elevator and when the other one's working, so we're trying to get it more reliable and see what Schindler has to say about it. And that is all I have.
Can we at some point get somebody to come in and give us the condition of the freight elevator?
Yeah.
And a rough idea what it would cost to replace it? Because this is older, or it's older than the elevator. I'm just saying. And then
Yes, sir.
status of
Made
Christmas,
better.
status of the Christmas decorations on the courthouse plaza. I want to make sure we get the public's wonderful input. Is the tree done?
No, not yet. But I believe all the lights are working.
When does it come on?
The tree,
The lights. I don't know what time of the day I was by there and the lights weren't on, but it wasn't dark, so.
well, we were gonna hold off to have it actually lit at night and everything else till we get to make sure everything is
So we're
working.
gonna have a tree lighting
I
where all
have-
three of us can come up and push a button, or
Have,
Well, if
you
we
got,
can,
you can have that.
if we can coordinate that, we will definitely make it happen.
have a couple of the grade schools choirs singing?
So we've actually asked some of the grade schools about making ornaments to hang on the trees.
That's great.
So,
Well, yeah, I'm being quiet.
so anyway, we'll update you more at the December 3rd meeting of what everything is going on. If we can coordinate a light up of the tree, absolutely, we'll most definitely do it. We have talked about it. whether
Do
we
it the night of the
make it
Christmas
happen.
parade, before the Christmas parade.
And that's what we can have it for the Christmas. Anyway, there's several ideas floating around that we're trying to finalize.
I don't even know when the Christmas parade is.
Yeah, we should,
I want to say December 5th.
December 5th, we should have something up ourselves out on the plaza that night.
I will see what we can arrange. So
I mean, I don't want to encroach on the parade, but I think it would be nice to be, might want to talk with them too, but just my 2 cents.
Well, no, according to them, last night, they don't talk to each other.
For whoever's doing the parade, who's doing
No,
it? Who's-
just Clarksburg.
Oh, I'm not worried about it.
They don't talk to each other, they said.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole either. Okay, anything else, Dave?
No, the only other thing that I have is, I will tell you that I listened to Bridgeport City Council's meeting the other day, and it was a lot of discussion about letters and negotiations on Genesis TIF that went back and forth, and I'm not sure we were part of it. So I've asked Laura to find out where those letters and communications are, and that we weren't. If we were part of it, I'm not sure what part of it we were, but it was, I was surprised. So. And then I've asked her to make sure that there's not going to be any issues on the tax tickets and to get back with us in the next week or two, so we don't go down that road again.
Well, I'm afraid we're already there, but.
Well, I've asked her to bring the parties in to try to find out whether or not we're going to see that happen again and what our outcome is. And I would also like either for the end of the year or first of the year to get with a couple of the other counties that have hired an outfit that's come in and looked at natural gas assets that aren't being reported. And to,
I'd like to learn more about that.
and to bring somebody in to discuss that, somebody from the counties that are already using the company and how much it's helped them. I think there's some big numbers being thrown around. But
Put that out on the listserv and see what we get.
The bigger
At
number
least
is
who's using them.
Okay.
I mean, I think it,
Yeah, but the big thing is the money they find, and it's continuing. Going back.
it's not just a one.
This is not a one-off. It's would increase our tax base, and as we know, that's an issue that all counties have, is making sure you have a good tax base.
That it?
Yes, ma'am.
I have nothing.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, hearing none, motion carries. You sign it.